Hello everybody, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. It is so lovely to see you all again. If you haven't been here before, then just welcome. My name is Amy and I do videos. So today, as you can see from the title, this is going to be a Charlotte Tilbury full face makeup, and this one is the Rock Chic look. So this is another one in the installment of her 10 iconic looks. It's one of my personal favourites. It's one that I love to wear. To me, it's definitely more of an evening time look, but if you want to rock this day to day, then by all means go for it. I love a killer smoke and a nude lip, so if you like it too, then just keep on watching to see how it's done. Okay, so I'm starting this video with my base already done purely for the reason because for every Charlotte Tilbury video that I will do, the base more or less will stay the same, but I will just go through the products that I have used to catch you up, and any products that I use will be left in the description bar down below. So first of all then, for my skincare then, I started off with I used my cleanser and I also then used my Charlotte's Magic Serum. The serum is unbelievable. It has niacinamide in there, which is great for smoothing out the skin, and it also has polyglutamic acid, and polyglutamic acid is essentially 4 times more hydrating than hyaluronic acid, so it is super hydrating and it works really well with the following products. So I then went in with the Magic Eye Rescue and then of course the Magic Cream. Now I have talked about all of these skincare products extensively across my channels from Instagram to here as well. If however you would like a dedicated skincare video, then I will of course do that for you if you just let me know in the comments down below. If you've been here before, this product will come as no shock to you. This is the Flawless Filter. I've used it so much that the name has actually worn off, but that's kind of what's causing this serious glow right now. This is the Flawless Filter in shade number 4, and then I went over the top of it with this one here is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It's definitely like my top 3 foundations of all time. I did actually post whenever I first got it and first tried it out. I did film a first impressions, so I will leave it up here somewhere so you can click on it after this video. Watch this one first. Then just over top of that, I used then the Magic Away Concealer in the shade number 3 just to brighten up those bags for life underneath my eyes. Then all I did was I just filled in my brows. This is the Brow Lift in the shade Luscious Brow, so it has a little spoolie on one end, comes with the pencil on the other, and then there is a little powder in the middle there as well. Okay, so that is you pretty much caught up then. As I've already explained at the start, I will be doing the Rock Chic look. I have actually already done one of Charlotte's looks, so I did do the Bella Sophia look. Again, I will leave it up here for you if you want to check it out after. So I'm going to start off with the eye section today, so taking the Charlotte Tilbury Rock Chic palette. So as always, you've got your prime shade, your enhanced shade, a smoke shade, and then a pop shade, so you can see that super gorgeous like gunmetal grey kind of colour. So I will be starting with this shade here, and I'm just taking it on a Charlotte Tilbury blender brush, and with that shade then I'm basically just going to give it like a light wash of colour all over the lid. So now that I've got that kind of on both of my eyes, I'm next up going to go in with the enhanced shade, keeping it on this blender brush. And this is the kind of colour that I want to almost like nestle into the crease, and I'm going to keep a little bit onto the outer corner as well. So I'm just going to tap off any excess. I honestly would never have dreamed of picking up eyeshadow colours like this before I got into Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know why. I think I was just very set in my ways, but I think this is such a great palette that if you are looking at your eyeshadows and you're maybe like, I'm a bit bored of what I've got, this is such a great palette to kind of like change it up a little bit. Now obviously you can build this up to like any level that you want. Like you can keep it really, really light. You can sort of keep going with it and keep going with it until you kind of get that desired intensity, which is what I love about her products. Is you really can use as little or as much as you want. Okay, so I've evened myself out on both sides. I know it looks very top heavy right now, but it will come together in a second. So I'm next going to go in with the smoke shade, which is this shade here, and I've switched up my brush and I'm now using a Charlotte Tilbury smudger brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, and I'm really going to keep it onto that like outer corner there, and a little bit across the lash line as well. So I'm still using the smudger brush and the smoke shade, and I'm just going to start to run this underneath the eye as well. I will be going in with some pencil liner underneath the eye to really smoke it up, but I just want a little bit of a base on first of all. I mean, the good thing about a look kind of like this is because it's supposed to be grungy and rock chickish, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it is a little bit uneven or a little bit lower, a little bit grungy looking, then that just adds to the whole look. And so just to really smoke up the bottom then, I'm just going to take an extra pencil. So this one doesn't come in the set, however you can of course purchase it as an add-on, but this is the Kohl Bedroom Black. Mine is so little, a very well loved pencil, and I'm just going to tight line with it, so I'm just going to use it underneath my lash line and into my waterline then as well. So I always used to skip the tight line, but I think it makes such a difference. I'm just going to stick some into my waterline now, and then I will be right back. So I'm just going to kind of blend. I brought a little bit of the liner down into my lashes as well, and I'm just going back in with that smoke shade just to kind of blend it all together. But you can see the difference. It really just sharpens up, and it's going to, because I'm going in with a wing on top, it's really just going to create that super feline smoky effect. Okay, so I haven't finished up with this palette yet. I am still going to use that lovely pop shade, but before I do, I'm going to go in with my liner. Always prefer to do my liquid liner first, because it's not that the pop shades are like a chunky glitter, like they are really fine, but I always just get a cleaner line whenever I use it first. So this is the Feline flick. This is in the black shade, which is called Panther. It does come in a brown as well, but this one is best suited to this look. So I am essentially pressing this to the lash line. I've left like maybe a centimetre just at the end, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look straight ahead and do a little dot where I want my wing. So I want my wing roughly about there. So now that you've got your little dot, then you basically just want to draw in the triangle and connect it to the line that you've already done. And so now that I've got my wing kind of on, I just want to go in with the smoke shade again, but this time I want to use it on Charlotte's teeny weeny eyeliner brush, and I just want to kind of smudge it all together. You can go in with the smudger brush from before, but this one here is just a little bit more precise. And it will really help just to kind of drag that wing out and just kind of smoke everything up a little bit more. So I'm just going to even out this eye, and then I will be back to complete the rest of my makeup. So for mascara then, I'm going to go in with the Full Flat Lashes mascara. I love this mascara. I've talked about it multiple times on here, but I do love it. It's probably my favourite mascara actually. It's the one I tend to reach for the most, plus I absolutely love a killer bottom lash, and this one is really great for bottom lashes. What I love about this mascara is it does take like little to no effort to kind of build up. You can just sort of throw a quick layer on. It's good for daytime, or you can keep going with it, and it builds up really, really easily for nighttime. And I've just realised as I've done mascara on one eye that I haven't done my pop shade yet. What is wrong? Amy? Get your shit together, Amy. So I'm going to do it on this eye, and then I will even out this eye. Just going to go in with my finger and pop it onto the eye. So the great thing about this, again, the pop shade, you can build up to just as much as you want. You can leave it like a light dusting for just a little bit of glitter. But this is one of my favourite like eyeshadows that Charlotte does, so I want loads. So I'm just using my foundation brush from earlier just to kind of clean up my skin. There was very little fallout, to be honest, from that eyeshadow palette. I love this look. Like, I think this would be such a nice look for New Year's Eve. Obviously this year's New Year's Eve might be a little bit different. However, if you're going to be on a Zoom call for your New Year's Eve, then this would be such a great look because it'll really stand out on the camera. So to set my foundation and everything in place, I'm just going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder and taking it on a powder and sculpt brush. And I'm just going to really focus it in underneath those eyes, around the nose, and on my chin. And then a good bit on my forehead as well. So for my bronzer then today, I'm going to be going in with the Filmstar Bronze and Glow for something different. Recently I have been using the Airbrush Flawless Bronzer, but I thought for something, because I want that quite sculpted kind of rock chick look, I want to go for this one here. So it's a little bit of a cooler tone, which makes it a little bit easier to contour with. And then we've got the highlighter here as well. And I'm just going to take then this on a blusher bronzer brush from Charlotte Tilbury as well. So you can see it just gives like a really nice sculpted finish, but it's not too harsh. Like if I sit around the back, you should be able to see the difference. You can see that my cheek looks a lot more hollow. And I'm just going to bring a little bit of this onto my nose as well. And then just going to use the other side of my brush and going in with the highlighter. This highlighter is such a beautiful shade. Really, really subtle. Well, subtle's the wrong word, but it's... Okay, it's not subtle. But it's just really soft. Obviously my cheeks do look a little bit devoid of colour at the minute. I will be going in with blusher in a second once I do my lips, but I just love that for the cheeks. So the first item that comes in the lip trio in the set then is the lip sheet in the shade Iconic Nude. So it's just a super pretty cool tone brown. So I'm just bringing a little bit of this onto the lip as well. So the lipstick then in the set, so this is it here. So this is the Nude Kate lipstick, and this is it just beside the lip liner, so it's going to give that quite nice ombre almost effect. So it is definitely very, very nude. I think it takes you to have quite a strong eye to pull this kind of lip off. I'm just going back in with the lip liner, just to kind of darken the edges. So the lip gloss then that comes in the set is called Blondie, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of that into the centre. Adds a little bit more dimension to the lip as well, so it's not just as flat. Onto what is actually my favourite blusher that Charlotte Tilbury does. So this one here is called First Love. Now it does look like a boob, but I'm just going to take it on my blusher bronzer brush, and I'm just going to start around the outside. So I'm going to swish. And then I'm going to pop right onto the apple of the cheek. So the look is nearly done. One of my favourite last steps to do is go in with the Legendary Brows Setter. So this one here is like a brow gel. I always like to use it towards the end, especially after I'm done with all my powder products, because powder tends to get stuck really easily into the brows. So I'm just going to start to work this through. So it just really fluffs up compared to the other one. And so the final step in the routine then is, of course, my new favourite setting spray. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It is honestly incredible, and it smells divine. So I'm just going to take my hair out, give it a fluff. Okay, and so here we have the finished look. So it certainly lives up to the name. I think we can definitely call this and agree that this is definitely a rock chick kind of vibe. I feel like I should be on my way to a concert, but I'm actually on my way to sit in my living room and binge watch Netflix all day. So yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed watching this look. If you do want to see more of these kind of like Charlotte Tilbury 10 looks, then please do let me know in the comments down below. Just let me know anything that you'd like to see in the comments down below. I want to create the best content for you guys, and if there's something specific you want to see, then just hit me up. Don't forget to give this video a like for me, as it really helps me out. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as it also helps me out a lot as well. That's all from me today, so take care and have a lovely day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!